Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about gun control, and my issue is pretty clear and I'm pretty straightforward, and I'll tell you right now, if you listen to the video and you listen to what I have to say and you disagree at all, please let me know why, and please don't use your feelings.
In a quarter of a mile.
If you tell me I feel like guns should be illegal, I'm sorry. I feel like they shouldn't, so that cancels it out right now. Use facts, use numbers, use statistics. Give me links, give me your resources. Let me know how you're getting the information you're getting, because maybe you can change my mind. I'm an open book.
In 0.1
But right now,
miles, turn left.
the way I see it, there was a child on CNN talking about the mass shootings, and they're actually a survivor of the Parkland shootings.
Turn left.
And they're at an anti-gun rally, rallying for making AR-15 style weapons illegal. And part of it is because that was used in the shooting in Parkland, and was also used in Las Vegas and Aurora. That was also another situation. Some of the biggest mass shootings in America have been, used assault rifles. But the reality is that those mass shootings are a very small percentage of the actual deaths caused in the United States by guns. It's way more dominantly committed with handguns. Just murder in general in the United States with a gun is committed with a handgun typically. And it's because they're easy to carry, they're easy to hide, they're easy to shoot. Granted, it is easier to shoot a rifle. If you've ever shot guns, you can definitely attest to that.
In half a mile,
but
turn right.
You can still kill someone just as efficiently with a .45 1911 as you can with an AR-15. You're specifying one tool in the trade, Think of it like chefs have knives, and each knife has a certain task to perform. You never cross-use your knives because, they have a specific purpose.
Turn right.
I do agree with that. I agree that there is a specific purpose for people having an AR-15. And that could be very well just to defend themselves and their family and to have fun.
Right.
Typically, the people that own AR-15s are sport shooters. They do it for fun. They do it because it's entertaining to them. And to sit there and say that these people abiding by the law, who are doing everything right, are being punished because someone decided to do something horrible. And that just doesn't fly. You're trying to group things together in a way that's not right. I say that because people are individuals. Everybody thinks differently, period. It doesn't matter what color you are, what sex you are, what gender identity you have. People think differently. Gender identity is one of the biggest things to prove that. If you believe gender identity, then you believe that no group really exists. I'm white. I'm a big white guy with a beard. So are all big white guys with beards like me? No. I think differently than a lot of people. And a lot of people think differently than me, and that's good. We need to communicate this and not argue, not try to say I'm right, you're wrong, because I don't care about that. I just care about doing what's right, what's moral, what is the good thing to do, what is the right thing to do. The best question you can ask is, do unto others as you wish done unto yourself. I would never say take the guns away, because you would be able to take my guns away, and No, I mean, I'm not going to give them up. And it's because it's part of our right. We have the Second Amendment, literally the right to bear arms. And people will say, well, it doesn't mean high-capacity AR-15s, and it doesn't mean, these killing machines, these automatic weapons, even though the guns that they're aiming for are semi-automatic weapons, and they've gotten really good at clearing that one up lately too. But now they're going after semi-automatic rifles, and they don't realize that the AR-15 is just one of many semi-automatic rifles, which yet again are used in less than 1% of the population. I said population, that's wrong. Less than 1% of all violent crimes involving guns. Alright? So, you're going after a tool that looks scary, and it's been used in a few shootings, and it has killed people. And yeah, it has. And the people that used it were just not right mentally. They lost it. Whenever they lost it, they took it out on other people. And that's horrible. But you can't control people. You can't, unless you control society and you make people do things that they don't want to do constantly, and you're pushing it on them. Socialism. Yeah, we'll call it that. Right? So in a socialist regime, the first thing that they do is they take the guns away, because you can't have people defending themselves whenever you're trying to control them. So, after they get rid of guns, they force a certain type of education. They end up usually banning religion because, educated people are hard to control. It's like Hitler did in the 30s with burning books. He did it to decrease the intelligence of the people he was controlling, so that they weren't intelligent enough to realize that they were being controlled. It's happening everywhere. I don't think that everybody is, dumb, but I think that we focus on issues that aren't important, and then when an important issue comes, we just don't know how to handle it. And you think, take the guns away, take the guns away, take the ARs away, they shouldn't have them. You're not going to do that. It won't happen. Part of the reason it won't happen is we have the right to own them. And even if you tried, you're talking something so big, so dangerous, that people are going to fight back. And it's just, if they didn't, they wouldn't be doing what an American citizen should do. We have to stand up for our country. We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to stand up for our rights. Our rights that were given to us by our founding fathers, the people who created this country. Has this country been founded on horrible terms, racist, slave owners, and misogynist, and yes, absolutely, it was. Yeah, these people owned slaves. They treated women like shit. Women didn't have the right to vote. Women didn't have the right to choose their jobs. A lot of women didn't have the right to get an education, and if they did, they became school teachers. The thing is that we're not there now. We've progressed. We are a new civilization. We are a new society. You're right about that. Yeah. So now, with our new society, we've got here based on these core beliefs. And you're trying to change a core belief. And if you think that something doesn't change significantly, usually for the worse, whenever you change a core belief in something, so be it. Have fun trying to strip all the guns away from the people that own them. You're not going to. The people that own these weapons are the kind of people that they own them because they have the right to. And if you take that right away, they're going to fight for it. So you're picking a fight with the people that are willing to defend themselves. Does that make any sense? I'm not saying that we should all go out there and, shoot liberals and, honestly, my suggestion is arm teachers, and it's not make them get, certified in carrying a pistol and make them carry one on their hip every day. It's make every teacher who wants to have that responsibility have the training to have that responsibility, and then give them that responsibility. You send your kids to school, you want them to be safe, and then someone walks through the door with an AR-15 and they start shooting people. I don't know about you, but if I was in that situation, I really wish I would have a gun to shoot back. I was in the military for 5 years. I know how to shoot a weapon. I was trained on shooting weapons. I knew people that probably shouldn't have been trained, and they got qualified. I don't understand it, right? You can teach anyone to use a gun and how to safely do it. You don't blame the weapon for killing people. You blame the person who killed the people. That's why guns don't go to prison. You know? It wasn't the AR-15's fault that 58 people in Vegas died. It was the man behind the gun. It wasn't, the gun that took the lives in Aurora, Colorado. It was the person who controlled it. We need background checks. We need people that are mentally stable carrying weapons. We need people who are terrified of firearms to take out one day of their lives and go to a shooting range and take a shooter's safety course, right? Some of them run 2 days, so you might have to do a weekend. One weekend in your entire life. Go to a hunter education safety course. And in that course, they'll teach you proper firearm handling techniques. And you might even get to shoot a gun. And if you go to a shooting range, you should shoot a gun just to try it. If you don't like it, never do it again. Ever. If you do, now you see what a lot of other Americans feel. It's fun. It's relaxing. It's empowering to an extent. Yes, it feels good to be able to shoot something. But not people, I like to shoot paper, not people. And that doesn't mean, given the circumstances, that I wouldn't. It's just, I don't enjoy that. It's not something I look forward to. But you better believe that if my life is on the line, or somebody that I care for or love, or even somebody who's completely just an innocent bystander, I will defend them. And I expect the same in return. It's the golden rule. Do unto others as you wish done up to yourself, right? So, don't rape people. Don't murder people. Don't try to tell people who they can marry. Don't try to tell people, their words don't matter. Don't try to tell people how to live their lives. Don't do that. Don't be a bad person. It's pretty easy. It's a lot easier to do than most people think. Most people do it every single day. Most people are good people living every single day. It's hard to believe, right? But that's true. Most people are good, or at least good enough to not want you dead. And I would like to believe there is a lot of people out there like me who would give their lives trying to make sure that someone didn't take yours. And that's just something that, it's a fundamental difference between me and you. I understand that whenever I carry a firearm, it puts off an image. It makes people think, oh, he's a gun-toting, conservative who he doesn't respect people, and he doesn't care about society. He just cares about himself, and he thinks that he's powerful carrying around a weapon. No, really what I think about if I have a firearm on me is, all right, well, I know if I get attacked today, I have a chance. And you're not going to take that chance away from me. That's pretty much it.